Eat fish? Don't eat fish? Use cocoa butter for stretch marks or not? Fly in your third trimester or stay grounded? These are questions posed by many pregnant women. Today, we get some answers.
How making a decision can say so much. The debate over circumcision is a heated one for many. And coming up, we take a look at both sides of the issue and try to determine, do the benefits outweigh the risks?
April 15th, tax day. It's already stressful enough for some people, so imagine meeting that deadline with someone you just divorced. Who's the head of household? Who claims the kids? We help you navigate this difficult slope.
A thrift shop that's giving back to the community in a big way. We go inside the Opportunity Shop in Salisbury.
Plus, we're in the kitchen with WVOC Sports Director Scott Abraham making his game day goodie.
And Beauty for Ashes is in the house. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Everything had changed.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lisa Bryant.
I'm Jimmy Hopple. Welcome to Delmarva Live from historic Studio D.
Football, football, football.
And more football.
How about more football?
Did we mention football? Aloha Honolulu. NFL's back in Hawaii for the 2013 Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
The annual contest of the AFC and NFC's best is going to be taking place Sunday. It's going to be at the Aloha Stadium. Robert Griffin III, we know, is out because of his knee injury. He's still considered a participant. The rosters, for the most part, are dominated by the Patriots and the 49ers. And there's been question, why this year are we doing the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl?
Yeah, is it not always the case?
It's not, and I didn't even think about it. Somebody explained to me, well, if some of the big players play in the Pro Bowl and get hurt,
right,
can't play in the Super Bowl.
So are they going to let those big players play in the Pro Bowl?
Well, that's a very good question. Based on the rosters, you can make your own decision. But as a matter of fact, here's one of the Facebook reactions that came up regarding the whole thing. Anthony said, we really need to do the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl so we can get the real players to play.
Yeah, and I guess previously it was played after the Super Bowl, so why it was switched, who knows? But I feel bad for the players who are playing in the Pro Bowl who are being called
not the real players.
Not the real players. I don't know.
Fakers.
You want to weigh in on the conversation, you know where to go.
Yep, we'd love to hear from you. Well, how about if we kick off our hot topics this afternoon with Delaware State University celebrating Black History Month with an exhibition and its first stop in the U.S. As a matter of fact, since it is that, they're having a ribbon cutting event for the whole thing come Monday morning. The exhibition is going to be free all week long. It's the Martin Luther King Jr. exhibit. What it is it's a digital exhibition that showcases Dr. King's life through the speeches, his correspondence that helped change the heart of the nation. Now, if you go by, you're going to have a chance to take a look at 200,000 different documents relating to Dr. King and the Civil Rights Movement. It's going to be at the MLK Student Center on campus. You can see there on the DSU campus, the ribbon cutting Monday morning at 10:30. Free admission, going to be running 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. all week long.
Wow, I'd like to get up there and see that.
Remarkable.
Another thing I'd like to see is the Dover Symphony Orchestra.
I've never seen them.
I haven't either, and they have a show coming up. They are going to be, it's a romantic theme, and I guess for Valentine's Day, they're going to be playing a lot of songs that are featured in movies like Raging Bull, Godfather 3, I think they're going to be playing Bolero, things like that.
There's great music in those.
Yeah, Saturday, February 16th, 7 p.m. at the Calvary Assembly of God in Dover. If you want more information on how you can attend, 302-270-1903.
All righty. Are you familiar with the name Jefferson Morley? He's a renowned journalist, a renowned author. He is going to be at the First State Community Action Agency, here he is, in Georgetown. What he's doing is he's giving a talk about his latest book. It's called Snowstorm in August, Washington City, Francis Scott Key, and the Forgotten Race Riot of 1835.
That's a long title.
It's a very long title. But I got to tell you, not having read the book, it sounds fascinating. Once you find out what it is, it's a gripping narrative history of the explosive events that drew together Francis Scott Key, Andrew Jackson, and an 18-year-old slave on trial for attempted murder. So it really sounds like a fascinating book. Tuesday, February 5th, going to be at 6 o'clock in the evening. Of course, they're at the First State Community Action Agency in Georgetown. Won't cost you one thin dime, and they'll toss in something for you like to eat.
Wow.
If you want to know more about it, 302-856-7761.
Hey, the rodeo's in town. You want to head out to the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center? It starts tonight.
Do I get to show off my boots here?
Why not? Go for it. It's the Lone Star Rodeo. It's the Lone Star Rodeo Company. It's Bulls, Broncs, and Barrels Tour. And it begins tonight and goes on through the weekend, 7:30 p.m.
Civic Center, there's your box office number, 410-548-4911. I think I told you once why Carol likes to go to the rodeo so
but
much.
it's worth repeating.
I'm watching the Bulls. Can I tell you a story real quick about, we went to PBR, which is the Professional Bull Riders Association. This was the huge thing, the national championships. And she has always had a thing, you know, it's not a real big argument, but when it comes to riding the bulls, she feels bad for the bulls. Really? Come on. Now, this was back in the old days, if you don't mind me saying that, before they had the vests, before they had the helmets. The cowboy got on the bull, and that was all he had. And this was a nasty bull. It was a mean, nasty bull. That gate opens, takes off, just the crowd is screaming. There's like 25,000 people and they're hollering. The bull is going around, throws the rider. The bull comes around like almost to stomp on him. Everybody got quiet and Carol goes, yeah!
Oh.
And I'm like, there was nowhere else to sit. I don't know her. But other than that, what she likes to do is watch the Cowboys sit on the fence and she judges butts as they're all lined up. So I'm just saying.
I love you, Carol.
Be sure to go out to the Lone Star Rodeo Company starting tonight.
Hey, do you like hiking?
I love hiking.
I
It's
love
great,
hiking and everything, but we don't get out in the wintertime to do it. And you know, they have a January hiking season that's happening at the, help me out with this.
They're doing the 2nd and 4th Saturdays, right?
Yeah,
Indian River Life Saving Station?
Indian River Life Saving Station, Delaware Seashore State Park. They have a different park and they with a naturalist each Sunday in January. So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you want to go on this particular hike, this Sunday is the last Sunday because it's the last Sunday in January.
So there you go.
Yeah.
If you want to find out more, you can call the Indian River Life Saving Station, Delaware Seashore State Park, or you can find out more about that a little bit later on.
Hey, do you remember last spring when I did a story on the Salisbury Roller Girls?
Oh, yeah.
The one that I said, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to skate with them.
Right.
And I didn't. Well, another local team, the Southern Delaware Roller Girls, is having a family skate night. It's Saturday night at the Milford Skating Rink. They're going to have games and prizes for kids and adults, and you can watch a derby demo. Check out, they're going to have a bake sale, they're going to have some merchandise, and you actually get to skate with the girls.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess if I want to really go out and skate with the Derby girls, I'll have to go Saturday, January 26th, 5 to 7 p.m. in the Milford Skating Center. Yeah.
I don't think I'd have the courage to do that. You know what they say? They say the best food on the planet is church food.
Yes.
And that's very important for you to know because Trapp United Methodist Church is hosting a country church breakfast on the 2nd and 4th Saturday of every month. Now, as we've already mentioned, tomorrow is the 4th Saturday of this month. The Down Home All-You-Can-Eat menu includes eggs, pancakes, French toast, warm syrup, grits, home-fried potatoes, sausage, scrapple sausage, gravy, biscuits, strawberry preserves, coffee, tea, orange juice, and tomato juice. Why do I have to read that when I'm hungry?
I don't know, but I think we're having breakfast for dinner tonight.
I think so. It sounds good. Every 2nd and 4th Saturday, if you want to stop by, it's between 7 o'clock in the morning until 10 at the Trapp United Methodist Church. Good time for all. Sit down and eat and just make friends.
Hey, Britain's biggest supermarket chain is apologizing.
I love this story.
10 million burgers have been taken off shop shelves after the revelation that beef products from 3 companies in Ireland and Britain.
You know why? Here's why they did it.
They also contained horse meat. You find that funny.
I do.
Most had only small traces, but one burger of a brand sold by Tesco had meat content that was 29% horse.
Okay, now wait, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you had buffalo?
I don't think so.
You've never had bison or venison? What about cute little Bambi? You're willing to eat cute little Bambi, but not Mr. Ed? I'm just asking.
I have no response. I'm not going to eat a horse. I'm sorry. Well, I found this article and I want to share it with you. It was actually in Huffington Post. One happy mom at home with 2 small children explains why some helpful comments are actually not so helpful to stay-at-home moms. And I know we have a lot of stay-at-home moms who watch the show.
Right, absolutely.
And I know they can relate to this. And I'm going to show you some things you should never say. I love how you're always working out. Yoga pants and sneakers, while not exactly flattering, really do the trick when you need to slide under the couch to scrape peanut butter off the springs. Now, this is what your husband should never say to you. So, honey, dinner dancing or tequila shots?
Oh.
This is said with love by people we love, but after 12 plus hours, feeding, chasing, playing, teaching, disciplining, cleaning up, comforting, protecting, peeling off the ceiling, and feeding again in a repeating loop every 15 minutes or so, once spouses get home, you know what we want to do? Not have a nice dinner together. Well,
okay,
I need to calm down.
Let me try one and you interpret it.
Okay.
Okay. How about this one? Too bad about all the dough your parents spent on college.
Oh! I don't even think there is anything to say to that one. Okay. How about this one? You look like you could use some you time. You can only say that when you're offering to do 24/7 babysitting on the spot.
Oh,
That is
okay.
the only time you're allowed to say that, is
All right.
if you're offering to babysit.
How about if I shoot you this one? I'm just checking in because you didn't respond to my email from 3 minutes ago.
You know what babies like? They like pressing buttons and
Right.
glowing screens.
Okay.
Not exactly hanging out on the computer.
That's so nice for you that you can afford to be home.
Oh my goodness.
Not working
I
for
think
you.
I've actually said that once, and I think whoever I said it to probably punched me. You don't know why or how other people deal with a one-income life. Sometimes it means no date nights, no cable, no premium caffeinated beverages, no vacations, but a lot of giggly, flashlighty, blanket cave, spelunking staycations.
Sweetheart, you're home all the time. Why don't you just enjoy every minute?
Yeah. Really? Every minute? Like the minute when the children's coordinated tantrums are so noisy they set the neighborhood's dogs howling? Like the minute when everyone poops at once? It's your job to love them like the gifts from the universe that they are, you know? It's
Every minute.
Every minute. You love it. I just thought that was great.
That was awesome.
I
That's
know
a great
people
article.
can relate. Up next on Delmarva Life, ladies, we hear so many things when we're pregnant talking about
There you go.
do this, do that. What's fact and what's fiction? We'll run down the list.
And we are in the kitchen a little bit later on, still trying to help you get ready for the big games ahead. But this time around, WWOC Sports Director Scott Abraham joins us, and he's going to share one of his favorite game time recipes.
Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Your local York and Mitsubishi dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.